It's gonna be my Dear America Part 2. Let me say a word to the rich. The time is coming when you will weep and howl because of all the misery coming on you. Your money and property will become worthless. Your hoarded goods will rot, and your costly garments will be destroyed by moths. Your gold and silver will tarnish, and your rusted coins will be a witness against you. Your investments will vanish, and your savings account will disappear. Your greed will cause you your own destruction, and your flesh will be consumed in the fires of the last days. Listen to what I'm going to tell y'all in this last part. One of the last part. Look, you haven't even paid honest wages to the people who work for you. Your injustice has caused them people to cry out for God's help, and their cries has reached his ear. You've lived in luxury and self-indulgence. You've become fat and lazy as if you were preparing yourself for slaughter. Listen to this part too. This is the last part. You've condemned and sentenced to death innocent men just to get them out of the way, and no one dared resist you. Let me take it to the part when I said, look, you haven't even paid honest wages to the people who work for you. For that, I took it as the governments, politics, like people who give us wages for the jobs we work. This world, I don't know if y'all learned about robber barons in school. People who want basically all the money for themselves. The world is ran by robber barons and bosses. People put blood, sweat, and tears into the jobs they do and the work they do on a daily basis, and we getting paid. Them people getting paid $8 an hour, $9, $10 an hour. Anything under $20 an hour is minimum and low wage, and it costs to live in general in this world. So for them to do that is sick. If they want it, they fund all these wars and everything else, and can't raise the wages on y'all jobs. And for my job that I work, well, I'm going to the military, so it's different for me. But you see what I'm trying to say. If they wanted to raise them wages, they could. Back in COVID, when people couldn't work, they literally handed out money to you. You could go in a store, buy a ticket for $10 and win $300 million off that $10 ticket. You could go to an event where rich people are talking. If you answer a question, they gonna throw you bands. You could go to an event in school and they just handing out college money for students. Money is made by a machine. However money they want to make out of that machine is going to be made. They have the ability to up wages and give out money to people. And they do give out money to people in ways, but like not in a way to like really, really, really help people live that life they want to live. You see what I'm saying? What I say? Your injustice has caused them to cry out for God to help. Some people call out to God to help when life get hard. And some people don't. They go to their friends, man, life going like this, my work doing it, all that stuff. Yes, and it gets so bad for people. They go in that low vibration, that negative energy around them. It gets so bad they get depressed and sad that they kill themselves or harm other people. Just because they can afford to live that life they want to live, because our wages is not waging how we want them to wage. And if you do work up to the top where you get good wages, like $30 an hour, $60 an hour, and you gonna have enough money to live that little life you want to live, you're gonna have to keep slaving to keep it. And you're gonna have to slave to get to it. Because that job you want to get, you're gonna have to go to school for it. That might take years, or you might have to get that certificate that probably take months. You're gonna be slaving away your life to get the life you want to live. If you want to get that, like, up there with that job, your dream job, you're gonna have to slave your life away to get the life you want. You're gonna have to slave your life away to get the life you want. Look, I told my mama this. This is like when I was young. I said, Mama, what happened to slavery? She said, boy, ain't nothing happened to slavery. They just put a mask on it and made slavery comfortable. When you get done slaving and when you get done working, you got something to come home to. Some people. You got a bed, TV to watch, everything to make you comfortable for you to get up the next day and go slave again. Go work again. Some people fall asleep on the job because they work too much. I saw stories that people died on the job because they was working too much. If they wanted to raise the wages, they could, but they don't want to because they're robber barons. And if y'all learned about robber barons in school, then y'all know robber barons is just bosses that want to stay in position, that want to stay rich and keep. They're rich people that want to keep the poor people poor and the rich people rich. And y'all heard that plenty of times. What I say on the next page? You've condemned and sentenced to death innocent men just to get them out of the way. And no one dared to resist you. No one dared to resist the white man and their agenda and their way of life and their new world order of life. Every person who have tried to make a movement or spoke out or tried to say something to better the world, change the world in a different way, have been sentenced to death. For instance, Michael X, Martin Luther King, Michael Jackson. And the list goes way, way, way on. But them just three people that came to mind just now. What Michael Jackson say in one of his songs? He say, all I want to say is that they don't really care about us, man. That's the realest shit he ever said. Because they don't fuck about us. Excuse my Lord. Excuse my cursing Lord. Michael Jackson was writing that song. They do not care about us, bro. At all, period. At all, period. They kill people with a voice. They kill people with a voice. They kill people with a voice because they want to keep the world how it is because it's their world. They live how they want to live. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you got to see where I'm coming from. You got to see what I'm saying. Like, what I'm reading is in the Bible right now. My thoughts of all this whole process is in the Bible. And from what I learned in school, like, their objective is to keep the rich people rich and the poor people poor. And even if you get rid of that minimum wage and you go up in job, you get that job that you want, that's going to pay you good to live that life you want to live, you're going to have to slave and keep doing that job until you can retire. By the time you retire, you're going to be old and not be able to have no fun. Not be able to do nothing you could have did while you was young. Like, come on. The way we is living today is not the way of living. The way we is living today is not the way of living. Facts. 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 It literally says this in the Bible. Look, you haven't even paid honest wages. Keyword, honest wage. Honest wage. Honest wage. That's mean not a true paycheck. Not really what you work for. Not really what you work for. Like, come on. Like, come on now. It's in the Bible. It's in the Word. God knows. God knows what's up with this world. You see how corrupted it is. Everybody say they want answers from God. But the answer is right here in His Word. The answer is, He got all the answers to your questions. But people don't read the Bible, so they'll never know that answer. So they're going to be forever living a lie, answering their own questions from their own understanding. This world is ran by bosses and robber barons and not leaders. Facts. 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 People work their ass off. Ass off. Like, they ass off. And they still not living the life they deserve. The life they want. The life they desire. Success not easy. And if anybody ever told y'all success was easy, cheated their way to the top. Let me tell y'all like this. Because the world probably ain't gonna never change. So I'm gonna just give y'all a tip. Success in your dreams is like a rocky mountain. And when you climbing on it, some of them rocks gonna fall. I just told my brother this the other day. Some of them rocks gonna fall, and you gonna look down and you gonna be scared. You gonna be scared. You gonna be scared to fall back to where you was before you started. But let me tell you like this: when you failing, you trying, and when you trying, you succeeding. So as long as you got all them things through your success, through your path to success, failure, trying, succeeding, just know you succeeded. Just know you succeeded. Just know you succeeded. Because this world is not right. I'm going to tell y'all just like that. This world is not, well, at least in America. I haven't been out the country yet, so I really don't know how the rest of the world is. But I know what I see on TV. I know what I see when I watch the news. Keep climbing that mountain. Keep climbing that mountain. Every time a rock fall, keep going, nigga. Keep going, nigga. You gonna find it. You gonna find it. Cause at the top of that mountain is everything you want. Everything you want. But really, we all slaves. Like, for real. We is all slaves. Slavery never left this world. Slavery never left this world, y'all. We is slaves. So all the kids watching me, like, you still in school, like, motherfuckers, like, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all probably not gonna understand everything I just said right now. But the adults that watch me, y'all gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, but that's all I had to say, fam. This world is ran by robber barons and bosses, and not real leaders. Just look at the world. You really think this is how we're supposed to be living? Really take a good look.